Hey guys, Miss Candace here, and I was just sitting out here by this beautiful pond, and I was just sitting here thinking about how amazing God is. He creates such beautiful and wonderful things like this gorgeous sky and this beautiful pond, and He has so much detail. On my walk here, I noticed the wildflowers. Little beautiful flowers. They're so intricate and beautiful. They're bright colors. Do you love wildflowers? Right. Which ones are your favorite? I love those. I love God's beautiful creation. The beautiful flowers, even the little tiny flowers that we find in the grass. And you know what got me thinking about God's scripture and how He tells us, Luke 12:27, that we should think about the wildflowers and how that they grow. They do not work for themselves or make clothes, but I tell you this about them. Even one wildflower is more beautiful than King Solomon was, and King Solomon wore the most beautiful clothes. It is God that gives beautiful clothes even to the grass. One day the grass is growing in the field, but the next day people will cut it and burn it down. God will certainly take care of you more than He takes care of the grass. Isn't that incredible? It says that we should trust God because He created the wildflowers and the beautiful clouds and sky. And it reminded me of last week's video where Pastor Matt showed us how we would use these jars of sand to share the love of Jesus. The Bible tells us that it's important to write the scripture on our hearts and tells us that we should meditate on His word. Well, Pastor Matt and our team, we sent some jars to friends in states that don't have beach sand. And they got their jars, so we're going to go check that out. Let's check that out.
Hi, Pastor Matt. We just got your delivery from Florida. Some Florida beach sand. And I have Marnie with me.
Hi.
And unfortunately, one of the jars did break in transit. But Marnie wants to read the special note card that you guys left us. Go ahead.
Okay. From the Florida beach and with lots of love, free sunshine, the love difference kids. We are so
Glad
we can. What's that say again?
be.
Where?
We're so glad we can be
Where
the
church right where we are. Thanks for sharing the love of Jesus. Happy Resurrection Day 2024. Love.
Thank you so much for the gift. We really appreciate it. We love you all.
Wasn't that sweet? It is so easy and simple to share the love of Jesus with those around us. Pastor Greg talked a little bit about how we can utilize this jar to do that. Let's check that out.
Go ahead and grab a little more sand. Grab a little handful of sand. How many grains of sand do you think there are in your hand? Can't count them more than a million. You can't count them, right? It's really hard. What do you think? Infinity times infinity. That's a good answer. What do you think? Too much to count. What do you think? He said a trillion. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I'm awake, I am still with you. So here's what we want you to do. To remember that verse, we're going to give you guys each one of these jars, and it's got a little stopper on it, and it's got a little piece of string, and then it's got a little tag on it, okay? With your family later on, you're going to take this little jar and you're going to fill it up with beach sand, okay? And then later on, you're going to go to our website and you're going to print off a little sheet that has this Bible verse that I just read to you on it, and you're going to cut it out and you're going to put it inside this jar, okay? And we're going to give you guys each 2 of these. And then you're going to pray about giving that jar to somebody that God shows you needs to know that God is thinking about them.
This week, let's ask God how we can share the love of Jesus. If it's with your jars or if it's in another way. As a family, take a moment, take some time to pray together. So head on over to the Difference.App for different ways that you can work on this week's memory verse. And we'll see you next week. Bye!